Okay, I think we're ready to start the interview with Mr. Nick Moutsioulis, who is the Director of Admissions for Hellenic College Holy Cross. Kalimera, Nick.
Halimede Posise.
Kalaima.
Karika, thank you so much for having me. I really greatly appreciate it. And I know our institution does as well. So thank you so much.
Thank you. Are you speaking on a head from a headset? I'm
No,
just
I'm
curious.
speaking on my cell phone.
Your cell phone. Okay. All right. It's just it's a little weak in my ear, but maybe
Yeah,
it's coming across. Try again, Nick.
yeah, is that a little better?
Yeah. That sounds
Okay,
good. That sounds good. Just want
perfect.
to make sure I've got you at the right volume. So nice of you to join us today and bring us the good news from Hellenic College Holy Cross. Tell
Thank
us
you for having me.
what is the good news there? There's been a huge transformation, I think, in the last few years since you've been involved. And
Yeah,
why don't we start with that? Where is Holy Cross, Hellenic
sure.
College and Holy Cross today?
Yeah, so our total enrollment right now for our total student population is 368. That's our total head count. Our total full-time students equivalent comes to 248. That is a record number that we've had. We have about 174 or 180 total students on campus right now. It's really exciting because the campus is really it's bursting with joy, and you can feel it when you're walking around campus because there are a lot of students on campus and people are noticing. You go to chapel and it's standing room only. And it's really exciting for us to be able to have that right now on campus. And with applications coming in now for next year, it looks like we're going to have another great year adding up for next year.
Well, that's good news if enrollment is up. And where are they coming from? From the New England area primarily or from all
Yeah,
over?
that's a great question. So we have a lot of our students on the undergrad right now are from San Francisco. We do have a student from Alaska, and we have a few more that are actually applying this year from Juneau, Alaska, and Anchorage, which is really exciting. I had just had a conversation yesterday evening with a few students, so they've been hearing about us. They hear us, from our website, the events that we have been going to, FDH, FDF, HDF, all the Metropolis camps that we've been involved in. It's been a joy, and thankfully everyone's been very, very helpful. This isn't one person doing all this work. This is a group of people who are very involved in the institution, who want to grow the institution, and we that's what we've done. And we're very blessed to have great people working with us and a great institution. I tell the students who come here and or potential students, this isn't my institution. It's not someone else's. This is our institution. This is our Orthodox faith. We have students from all over the world who do come to our institution. They want to be with like-minded individuals. They want to be with people who genuinely care about you. If you're sick, we have students who go out of their way to bring you chicken soup. And
Yeah,
and if you're
that's
not
good.
there, yeah,
That's
it's
really
great.
good.
And
Yeah.
they leave it at your doorstep. But faculty and staff reach out and they ask, "Are you okay?" They genuinely care. So we're lucky to be a part of this institution, but also have this institution within our faith.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that's how it differentiates itself out of other schools. And so let's talk about the demographic of people that come. How
Yeah.
many are from Greek Orthodoxy versus other orthodoxies?
Yeah, so I don't have the specific number, and I don't
Yeah,
want to give you an exact guess because that wouldn't be fair. But
yeah,
we're seeing a shift, not too much, but we are seeing people from outside the Greek Orthodox faith who are Orthodox who are coming in,
right.
and converts who are finding us through their parish priest, through research, and this is where they want to be, and they're generally great students. Our average GPA on the undergrad side was a little over a 3.3 coming in this year. So that was exciting for us because that's a strong GPA. Those students could have picked anywhere and they ended up
Sure.
picking with us. So we're very
Yeah.
blessed and happy to have them as well.
What type of programs are there for study? If someone was coming to
Yeah,
Hellenic College, what would they be studying?
absolutely. So we have an array of programs. We have psychology, liberal studies, classics, history and literature, theology. We also have, programs that we have with Boston College as well, Boston College Woods, where they can come in for cybersecurity, and they do a program with us, and then they can go and transfer into Boston College Woods College. And we have a few students who are looking at that as well. So some programs that we might not offer that we have a co-op with these other institutions. You're able to take classes at Boston College as long as it meets the requirements, because some of the classes that we may not have that you might want to take. So you do have that opportunity to do that as well.
Now, there was an announcement that was made not too long ago that the Lilly Endowment Award of $1 million was given to Holy Cross to establish the interactive media studio. And is that
Yes.
something that's going to be used by Hellenic College, presumably by it's going to be throughout the campus, or is it just one location, or how?
I'm not 100% sure exactly how it's working out, but it is very exciting news for us to be
Yes,
able to receive that. A lot of work went into that. That didn't happen overnight, and
right.
everybody involved really put a lot of effort into it. And kudos to the entire team for really working hard on that, because that's not an easy program. All the work that went into it, they just did a great job.
Yeah, yeah. Well, that's excellent. I
Yeah,
want to
and
do at some point we have to do a plug, and I want to talk about this
I would
particular.
love to I would love to talk about that, because
Yeah.
it is a very important aspect for us. So if you would like to lead the way, I would love to talk about it as well.
Well, it was just that at the beginning of COVID, we
Yeah.
had arranged for a bus tour,
Mhm.
the St. George Library from St. George Greek Orthodox Cathedral in Manchester, New Hampshire, where you and I are both members. But we had said we approached the school and said, "Gee, we would love to take a bus trip." And
Yeah.
that was facilitated at that time by largely by the Meletios Cultural Center in
Yes.
cooperation with your office. And
Yeah.
on this go around, you said, I'll be hosting you, and I want to thank you personally for
Yes.
all this. But I was interested to learn that you do have other tour groups that come. That you
Yes.
okay.
So,
So where are they coming from?
yeah. So we just had the Boy Scouts come. They spent the weekend on our soccer field. They did a cleanup. They went to chapel. They,
Yeah,
had group get-togethers with our students to learn about the college, but also, learn about the Orthodox faith in general. And they did a great job. So kudos to that entire organization, because they did such a great job on campus for us. But they also were on campus learning about the Orthodox faith. So we were very blessed to have them, and very fortunate. On that same end, we encourage any groups, I encourage anybody at any of your home parishes there, please reach out to us. We would love to host you for a tour. Please reach out to us at admissions with an S at hchc.edu. We would love to have you on campus for a tour. We can do an individual tour or we can do a group tour. Like Meleti said, we have the St. George Library group coming in a week and a half, on Saturday, November 1st.
we're
They're
so
arriving.
excited. Yeah,
We're very excited. You get to tour the chapel, the Meliodas Cultural Center, which is absolutely phenomenal. I got to tell you, the work that they've done there, they are doing a great job, and you really get to see everything that they're doing, and an individual tour there. So we're really excited about that.
yeah.
And then, we're going to have a tour of the cafe where we're going to have a lunch, and then we're going to go to the library and really see Archbishop Iakovos's vestments and the museum there. It's a
Yeah.
hidden gem that people don't realize that we have on our campus, and you can see it on our tours. And we'd love to really show you around the library and the museum. And then, we're going to have a little coffee break at Dowd Hall, so you can see the intricate woodwork that we have there from the original mansion when they bought it. And you get to see a little bit where the original chapel was inside before it was donated from the Goya, where they had a chapel inside of the inside where Dowd Hall is, where their cafe was, and where they also learned, where the chapel was inside of the mansion. So you can get to see a little bit of the history of our faith, which is really exciting.
Now, did you go to school there?
I did not. No, I went to New Hampshire College.
Oh, you did. Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
I did. I did. A lot of people think I did go to Hellenic College, but I did not. This is where my heart is. You know, I couldn't ask to work with better people and for a better institution, but also the people who work there are just phenomenal. And the kids, I'll tell you, it's really nice to be able to sit in the office, have people come at the door and say, "Hey, how are you? How's everything going?" Just a quick chat. And we don't get that elsewhere because we get so wrapped up in other things. And people ask you how your life is, you know, and it's really exciting. I do have to say, because my wife and my kids are watching, so I have to say hello to them on here because I don't want to get in trouble, and I love them. So I love you guys. You know, I'm glad that you guys are watching. Thank you.
That's really cool. You know, something we're just broadcasting the audio portion of this, but Nick and I are speaking via Zoom, the technology, what it is. You're coming in nice and clear.
Thank you.
And yeah, we're very excited about that tour and just that you're going to show us the past, what it was and what it is today, how it's being, these buildings are being used today, the chapel, how it came about. There's a lot to see there, and it's a beautiful, beautiful campus.
Yeah, it really is. And you can't underestimate the Meliodas Cultural Center because it is so intricate part of having students go there. They have a cafeteria where they have every Thursday, they have coffee hour, right? Like, it's kind of like, you know, you go there and you can hang out. You have a great little library where, you know, it's snowing in the wintertime and you can just see, you know, sit there, watch the snow, sit on the couch. But what's there is there's animals outside, right outside of Boston, a 10-minute drive. We have deer, we have turkeys, raccoons. I mean, it really is a hidden gem, and we're right out there, and you can just be looking out the window of the Meliodas Cultural Center and see all of this. So it's really exciting for us to have that on our campus. We're very lucky and blessed.
Yeah, it's a jewel. It's
It
just it's a campus that has many jewels. The
it is.
Archbishop Yakubos Library is my favorite library.
It,
There is so much there, you
Yeah,
know.
and you know, I brought my son there a few years ago so he could really appreciate it because he was older at the time, and he went up there and he goes, "Do you know there's a patch from the Apollo moon landing?" I said, "Yes." And he goes, it was donated." I said, "Absolutely." And we have that on campus, and people don't know that. And it's
No,
just, it
right.
really is so informational that you're like, wow, there's so many takeaways. There's not just one.
Yeah.
And that's what we gather. So I really, really encourage anybody who's interested to come to campus. Please reach out to us. We would love to have you. This is how we have actually grown. You know, we want you on campus to see, and it is so important to see what we have on campus. And you know, if you have a group, we'd love to host you. If it's just one person, it is not just one person. We would love to have you and give you a nice individual tour. We just had our open house last weekend, and it was our largest open house for the undergrad that we've had. There were a little over 12 students, and for us, that is a lot of students because 90% of our students who come to the open house end up coming to our campus one way or the other, whether it's for a semester of faith or they come for a program. So we're really excited about that.
If you're just tuning in, our guest this morning is Nick Moutsioulis. He is from the Hellenic College Holy Cross School here in Brookline, Massachusetts. Their website, everyone pretty much knows, very easy, hchc.edu. And just you can get all kinds of information about the campus there and what we've been talking about. And so good to see. So Nick, where do you see your office's next focus in terms of outreach? You're doing so much, it seems. You've started to talk about how you were going to the West Coast to the dance group conferences, here you've gone to the camps, through the different metropolises. Is there any other play that we can get to get
Yeah,
the word out? What
absolutely.
would
So
that be?
we've been going to the clergy ladies,
Oh, good.
the
Good.
individual clergy ladies that each metropolis hosts. Our president, Dimitri Katos, goes and he speaks. And sometimes if they have tables, we do have a table there. And we also go to the big clergy lady, which will be in Cleveland, Ohio this year. So I hope to see you all there. And if you're there, please stop by the table and say hello. We'd love to talk to you about things that are happening. Our next play, we are always moving around, always out and about. We have different people on the West Coast. So we have some people who are former alumni who actually help us out so we don't have to fly out there. It saves us a tremendous amount of money.
Oh,
And
yeah.
being able to sponsor us to say, hey, we're here, this is what we're doing, and it makes a big difference for us to have somebody on the West Coast to say, I can travel there, it's only 10 minutes away, as opposed to having to fly out there. So we're very fortunate to have that. And then we do go to basketball tournaments, and we go to YAL conferences as well. We really try to make a effort to be as many places as we possibly can.
Yeah, that's great. That's great. And I appreciate you coming here on the radio, because we want to reach our listening audience and help to spread the word. But I also want to say thank you again. Another plug, shameless plugs. That's really what we're doing.
We appreciate it more than you know. And
This is,
we
yeah,
want that posted. We want as many people to come November 1st as possible, because you can experience the campus in a great setting. You'll arrive on campus between 10 to 10:30, and then we have a great tour set up for you between the chapel, Meletios Cultural Center. You get to eat in the cafeteria, then we get to go to the museum, and then have a little coffee at Dowd Hall, and then you head out. And we're very excited about that. We really want you guys to sign up. So I know Meleti, has it posted, but if you could post it again, we would love for you guys to join.
thank you. That would be so great. Yeah, that's the plug. It's Saturday, November 1st. The bus is leaving at St. George in Manchester, New Hampshire. It's just $25 per person, but the children under 12 go for free. Transportation and lunch are provided, and the bus will be leaving at 9 a.m. sharp and will be returning at 4 p.m. on Saturday, November 1st. And for tickets, you can contact the church office at 603-622-9113. That's 603-622-9113. One final question, Nick. I'm curious, are there other churches that are doing this sort of thing, taking bus rides down there and like we did in the old days?
Yeah, you were the first one essentially out of COVID. And St. George was the kickoff. We've had a few others. I encourage as many people to come as possible. We can help you organize. This takes about 3-4 months, but it's well worth it. And we can set up a long day process, whatever you'd like. But we have the bus come right onto campus. We want as many people to come to campus as possible. I have to say that we appreciate every single one of you for supporting our institution, because without all of you, we wouldn't be here. And it's the support of our entire community. It's not one person, it's every single person. And I'm so grateful for everyone, because when I go out and speak to them, they're so passionate about our school and what we offer. And it's great. I do want to say one thing, though. We do have online classes, and we do have a beginner Greek that we do offer in the evenings. It's from 7:30 till 9:15 in the evening. It's Tuesdays and Thursdays. That's one of our larger classes that we have. And my wife took it. She didn't have an understanding of Greek, and she took the beginner intermediate class, and she's speaking to my family in Greece in Greek, and she's speaking to my parents in Greek, and she's understanding. And I have to tell you, that was phenomenal to be able to hear her speak to my family in Greece. Because
Who do you know who's teaching the class this semester?
We have, this semester, I'm not 100% sure. My son is in the class now this semester.
He is.
So, yes,
so this is great. So I don't know, from what we're seeing up at St. George, the adult Greek class, we had upwards of 25 people. I mean, that were coming every week, and there seems to be a resurgence, and it's really brought back to a lot of questions to churches. The question of how much Greek should be in the church, and that kind of on Sunday services, for example. But the fact that we're seeing so many people studying says something, I think.
It does, and we try to we cap the classes because we want to make it individual. We try to keep it at 15, and it's capped out. We
Really?
every semester so far, yeah, we've had that class filled up. Starting in this spring,
Mm.
in January, we will be offering Introduction to Orthodoxy online. There's a limited amount of seats available. It is filling up as we speak. So it's very important that we kind of start that process. If you're interested, please reach out.
Is this just so that we're clear, because there is an Orthodoxy 101 that's offered through the Metropolis. This is not the same thing. This is
No,
that's something the priests are rolling out, but
correct.
this is actually a course that you have
This
there.
is, yep, and it's college credits. If you're a high school junior and senior, you're eligible to take this class online. It will be in the evening. We have students who are already signing up for it because they want to get to know Orthodoxy more. And it's a great opportunity for you to take that class as college credit, especially as a junior and senior, where you can show that on your transcripts, but also when you're applying to other institutions to say, I've taken a college class about either world religions, or you can use it as a history class or an elective.
Yeah, that's great, Nick. That's wonderful.
Thank
Well, I
you.
want to thank you again for coming in today and for helping us with this bus trip. I wish you all the best of luck, and please keep us informed. What's the best way? I guess we could just I'm signed up, so I'm getting a lot of news from the school. It's
Yeah, please go onto our website, and we have a place where you can request for more information. Email admissions with an S at hchc.edu. We'll get you as much information as we possibly can. If I don't have the answer, I promise I will get you the answer from somebody who knows. We'd love to have you on campus. Meleti, I thank you so much for having me. It's been a pleasure. And this really, I look forward to seeing you all on November 1st. Again, make sure you sign up for the tour. It's going to be a great tour, but I really appreciate being on this radio show with you and having the opportunity.
It's so great. Thank you so much, Nick. Have a great day.
You too. Thank you again.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.